Ron Conway, super investor. You were at TechCrunch, social currency cruncher. You said that any time is a good time to be an entrepreneur. What did you mean by that?
What I meant by that is we've been doing some research on the 500 companies that I've invested in over the last 12 years. And shame on me that we haven't really been analyzing this data, because this database of 500 companies is pretty valuable now, the more I think about it. And what we noticed was, in all the ups and downs of the economy, success rates of entrepreneurs remain stable. So from this data, we're able to advise entrepreneurs that literally any time is a good time to start a company. Because there's a lot of hoopla around, oh, don't start a company in a recession, or if the market's topped out, why start a new company? And the fact of the matter is, through all the ups and downs, our information says that any time is a good time to start a company. The success and failure rates don't change based on the economic cycle, except for when the bubble burst in 1999 and 2000 and 2001. That was catastrophic. 77% of our companies failed. So that's the one where we got clobbered. But since then, with the perturbations in the economy, and the mortgage crisis was not incidental, our data shows that the success rate of companies was not impacted by that.
Might that be because the Silicon Valley entrepreneurs are becoming more experienced and better at their work?
For sure, because our data shows that a good percentage of the entrepreneurs we invest in start another company, and the jury is still out, but 60% plus of the companies that the repeat entrepreneurs have started, their company number 2, are doing very well right now. Not a lot of exits, but doing very nicely.
So failing once is a good indicator of succeeding the second time around?
I would definitely say so.
And 2 failures?
2 failures I don't have a lot of data on.
You don't invest in people who have screwed up twice?
No. If they find a soft landing for their company and we can analyze what caused the failure, I wouldn't mind investing 3 times. Sean Fanning would be a great example. Napster wasn't his fault, I don't think. Snowcap, his second company, I don't think it was his fault that company didn't do extremely well, but his third company, Rupture, did very well. So with Sean Fanning, I had 2 companies that I got no return out of, and then on Rupture, which we sold to EA, we got a nice return. He's got another 3 companies left in him, and I bet you the next 3 are all going to be more successful than the prior.
What does failure teach an entrepreneur?
I think it teaches them humility. If they learn from it and they're open-minded and flexible, they'll really analyze, why didn't I get traction? Why wasn't I able to raise money? And if they're honest about that and learn from all that, they are much wiser people when they start their next company.
So humility is important in an entrepreneur?
Very much so. Very much so. Humility and self-examination of, let me really admit what went wrong so I don't make the same mistake.
And you look for that? You look for humility? You look into these guys' souls?
Well, because I've invested in 500 companies and talked to and interviewed 5,000 entrepreneurs, we only invest in 1 out of 40 companies that we look at. I've met thousands of entrepreneurs that now, for me, it's intuitive. I can tell within 5 minutes because I've got so much pattern recognition, but the answer is yes.
We've been together 5 minutes. Would I make a good entrepreneur?
I don't know enough about your background. When I meet these entrepreneurs, I know their background, and so I extrapolate from that. So I need to know more about you.